Step 3, meet this guy.
Hey!
Step 4, hire a car.
Hi, we just rented a car and we just need to get out of the car park.
Step 5, drive to Healesville Sanctuary. Nick's driving because it's the road's on the wrong, well, the other side of the. It feels very. I'm in the driver's seat, but I'm not drive. It's odd. Don't like it. Wait, no, first getting snacks, actually. Okay, now we get to the Healesville Sanctuary. I forgot what step we're on, I think like 6. Why does this building look abandoned? Oh. Is this from when a Jurassic Park happened? I'm gonna say step 8, go back to the car for the spare camera battery. Oh.
Whoa.
The echidna, like the platypus, is a monotreme, meaning it's a mammal that lays eggs and produces milk. Isn't that weird? I should actually introduce Nick for proper at some point. Username, punk rock zoologist.
Yep.
Actually a zoologist.
Yes, technically.
Training as an entomologist.
Which I consider a subgenre of zoology.
Right. Which is insects.
Yep.
Specifically insects.
Yes.
Okay. And so Nick was like, hey, when you're in town, do you want to come to the Healesville Sanctuary and I'll show you around? And I was like, oh great, we'll be going with a zoologist. And then we get in the car and he's like, well, entomologist really. And I'm like, but no, he actually knows what's going on, so that's good. So you were just telling me, because I was like, there's only 2 monotremes, right? There's the echidna and the platypus. And you were saying, not quite, almost, basically, but not quite.
Yeah, I mean,
technically.
Echidnas and platypus, yes. Within that, different species, subspecies. Essentially, there's short-beaked echidna, long-beaked echidna, and platypus. So people will actually say technically 3, possibly more. When you get into
so if you want to be really snarky at your next trivia night, you can be like, well, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, cool, good, and you should, because technically correct is the best kind of correct.
Absolutely.
We're waiting for a talk about koalas, and there's a tree that's talking to me.
They're not actually, as a lot of people say, stoned or just off their faces all the time from the gum leaves. They are super lethargic because of eating the gum leaves, but it's basically because gum leaves aren't very high in nutrients and they've got a lot of stuff to break down. So pretty much all of their energy just goes into actually breaking down their food. So they'd kind of just have a meal and sit around in a food coma all day.
To me, that sounds like a great way to spend a day, but for an animal that has to worry about predators, that seems really stupid.
Well, there weren't really many predators here until humans turned up with dogs and things.
Oh, that's our fault again. All right.
Hey!
I thought you were really light, like half an hour ago.
There's a lot of people.
This is the thing to see.
Apparently. We're in the flight arena for the Spirits of the Sky demonstration, which they tell you to not stand up during, because there might be low-flying birds, including the biggest bird of prey in Australia.
That sounds good.
The something eagle.
Wedge-tailed eagle.
Wedge-tailed eagle.
Yep.
Turns out the birds we've been seeing just around the trees in St. Kilda are rainbow lorikeets. So they are a parrot. They are parrots. There's just parrots in the trees. It's madness. We've walked all around the place and we're all very tired now. And so we're sitting down and having some water and what Nick feels is the true taste of an Australian summer. The golden gaytime. Which is a ice lolly, that's what you call them here?
Icy pole. Oh,
Icy
ice cream. Icy poles are more like actual ice.
It's an ice cream, it's a popsicle.
There we go.
It's a popsicle. So please explain what a golden gaytime is
All right.
or in this context.
Okay, well, it is ice cream on a stick
All right.
kind of thing. You know, like it's vanilla ice cream and then a layer of honeycomb ice cream around that. With a very thin layer of chocolate and biscuit crumbs.
Ah.
Yeah.
And you were saying that you would have a schoolyard divide between this and a different thing?
Yeah, it's kind of one of those many things that people just like to take a stand on for no particular reason.
Okay.
And here it's between this and the Buffalo Bill. That's another type of ice cream that is basically an ice cream cowboy face in various flavors. I think a bit of vanilla and chocolate hat. And it's got chocolate on the back and a big bubble gum ball nose. It's not my kind of thing. I'm a Golden Gaytime fan. My girlfriend is much more of a Buffalo Bill fan, so that's been somewhat of a divide.
Are you supposed to have the bubble gum last? How do you have, if it's on the middle of the face,
Yeah.
how do you have it last? Also, is it like, does it shatter because it's frozen?
The one that I had once did, which is why I stuck to this one after that.
Buffalo Bill seems terrible.
You may well have comments from people saying that who are diehard Buffalo Bill fans, telling you that I am an awful person.
I don't know.
So
This is pretty good. I'm very much enjoying my golden gaytime. As I'm stalked by an ibis.
hi, buddy.
He's just waiting for an opening.
Yeah.
You know what? I like it. Hey, follow-up question to earlier. So, accepting the 3 monotremes,
Yep.
how many native Australian mammal species aren't marsupials? The whole having the live young in the pouches thing.
Okay. So first and foremost, there are some aquatic and marine mammals.
Oh yeah.
Seals,
Right.
whales,
Okay.
dolphins.
I guess you'd be hard pressed to find a whale that was a marsupial. Yeah, all right.
Mostly, obviously, around the coast, and they migrate around. Inland, we have quite a few species of bats. There are the flying foxes, which we saw
Okay.
a couple of before, a few other species as well. Also, a few native rodents.
But not all.
No.
There's still plenty of rodents that are marsupials.
Well, I mean, plenty of rodent-sized things that are marsupials.
Right.
The term rodent specifically refers to placental mammals.
Okay, because we were looking at like a potaroo,
Yes.
which is like the size of a large rat, jumps around like a miniature kangaroo,
Yeah.
and is a marsupial.
It is a marsupial.
Okay. The way that marsupials work is that the young are born
Very small.
basically as a fetus,
Yeah, about the size of a tiny pink jelly bean.
and then they crawl independently,
Up into the pouch.
without assist. They crawl outside the mother, up into the pouch,
So,
and then they sit there for another like 6 months.
yeah.
What a weird way to have young.
There's a small marsupial, another of these sort of rodent-sized, rodent niche-filling marsupials called Antechinus. It is the term is semiparous, means basically it mates once in its life,
Okay.
and when it does, it really goes for it.
All right.
The male Antechinus will basically deplete all of its fat and energy reserves and put that into one big night,
Wow.
finding as many females as it can,
Oh, okay.
and going until it
so they
dies.
don't mate once. They mate on one night.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It's basically
They just go apeshit on prom night and then they go to sleep forever.
Pretty much.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm curious if just dying is better than anglerfish, where they slowly get turned into a testicle attached to the. They just stop being another fish.
They become just
Like all their unnecessary systems, which is to say, respiration, circulation, nervous. Like their brain just dissolves because it's like, don't need a brain anymore. You're already attached to a lady. Goodbye. All we need is you to keep making sperm.
Right.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I wonder if it hurts. Oh, there's a button. Got it. Yeah, there's a button here.
Yeah. That's a secret button.
Sorry, it wasn't immediately obvious. Almost didn't get out of the zoo. They almost trapped us in there. Yeah, that was a great day. If you're in the area, try the Healesville Sanctuary. Oh no! Thank you.
Well, it turns out I should not be allowed to buy Penelope toys or gifts or anything, because if there was a sucker born every minute, that's not true. I'm making up for a lot of suckers, right? Like, it's like sort of a mathematical average of suckers. So she escaped with merely a dingo puppet, a stuffed wombat, and 2 books. One's on koalas and one's on kangaroos. Oh, so 4 Australian animal-themed things, all of which were unique.
To be fair, Penelope loved the dingo puppet. She's just getting really tired and cranky, so anything handed to her gets chucked out the stroller, which is what happened to Dingo Puppet just now. This used to be the site of the Platypus restaurant. Seafood and international... Sorry, what is that? Cuisine? And now it looks like the visitor center from Jurassic Park 10 years later. Let this be a lesson to you. This is what happens if you use papyrus on your signage. We're back at the place now. It was a long day, very hot sun. It's tired, everything. Kathleen is telling me, she's reading me, we're gonna get Domino's because there's a Domino's down the road. We barely ever get Domino's at home. If we're gonna order pizza, we tend to order from other places. But we're like, we just want people to bring the food to us, and we don't have time. Sorry, Australians, we don't have time to look into the correct thing to do. So, she's reading the Domino's website. They have a prawn and chicken thing?
No, they have a whole section for prawn and chicken pizzas.
Prawn and chicken pizzas are their own sections.
Yes, okay, there's the Melbourne range, which is the Aussie.
Okay.
Which I don't know what's on that. There's the Lot. Also, I don't know. There's tandoori chicken and a capricosa. Fine, but chicken and prawn pizzas. Creamy chicken carbonara. Peri-peri chicken.
Wait, a chicken carbonara pizza?
Yeah.
They crack an egg over it?
I hope not. That sounds revolting. And then there's like Chef's Best. There's lamb tzatziki pizza and stuff.
Wait, so like an unrolled gyros.
Yeah. There's also chicken and camembert. Oh wait, traditional pizzas. Okay,
thank God.
Okay. Supreme, meat
Okay.
lovers,
Okay.
pulled beef and bacon. Fire breather.
What the hell's the fire breather?
I don't know. We're not getting it.
Pulled beef and bacon, traditional pizza for whom?
Wait, extra
Australians, I
pizzas.
guess. I sort of answered my own
Bangers
question.
and beef.
No.
Oh, you can just get a cheese pizza.
What do they do? Hawaiian? They
Yes.
put pineapple on burgers, right?
Yeah, that's under the extra value pizzas.
Oh, extra value pizza's Hawaiian.
And they also have just a deluxe pizza.
You got weird pizzas, Australia. I like that about you.
What kind of pizza do you want?
I want a Hawaiian.